welcome to Happy Chick today. We are going to be bottling the onion wine. Finally! This was the surprise, I think, of the year so far. It's the weirdest recipe that I made, but I think it turned out really, really good. I gave a sample to my brother when he came down to visit, and he requested a bottle of it. He liked it that much. I think if it was chilled a little bit, it might be even better. It might kind of calm down some of the onion flavor. But it's a really mild onion flavor, like green onion, if I remember correctly. Now, we made this back in April, and we tested it back in May. It's towards the end of June, almost July. So we're going to go ahead and do a final rack, and we're going to bottle her. And of course, do another taste test, because flavors do change. Who knows? So let's go ahead and get this puppy going. We're going to be doing the racking first, because there is a little bit of settlement. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And we want to try to get rid of that. And then I'll do a reading, because I don't want to disturb all that. Because I'm sure it's not going to be a hard packed lees on here. It's going to be pretty loose. So, you know, if I can get as much out, all the better. Now, it really did not clear like most wines and meads would after, you know, 2 or 3 months. And I think it's just the nature of the beast. We did have onion and potato in here, and potato is that starchy, milky, starchy stuff that just, I don't think it's going to go away. Even if I cold crashed this or tried using some kind of clarifier like eggshells, if we go the natural route, or even the chemical ones, I really don't think it's going to clear. But it really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the flavor, taste. It's just a little cloudy, and it's a homemade wine. We're not going for perfection. I'm not a professional. I never claimed to be. So if it's good for me, why not? So let's go ahead and get this puppy wrapped up into the pitcher, and then we're going to have her bottle. Now there's really, let's see if I can do this without, there's just a fine settlement, so I should be able to get most of this out. That's the only thing about siphoning. You do lose a little bit every single time, so but that's okay. Here's my pitcher. Of course, everything has been sanitized in my Star San. I'm going to have to stand up for this, you know, because I'm short and the table's tall. Still gotcha? Yeah, still gotcha. For the past couple of videos, I've actually found a fruit fly in the airlock. So they are doing their job. I'm in the South. They're like everywhere. So it's not like I have a dirty home or anything. You know, they are attracted to wines because of the alcohol, because of the honey or the sugar. It's just naturally, it draws them close by. So that's why I highly recommend getting airlocks. If you start doing this, it saves the wine every single time. I've not found one bug in my wine. So, and they're not expensive. They're like $2 each. You can buy 3 for under $10 with shipping, or you can get shipping for free sometimes, you know. So if you are wanting to do this, I'd say invest in a couple of bucks. So I don't have complicated stuff. It's all simple, you know. I like simple. Okay. So we're going to siphon away, and you've seen me do this before. We're just going to start pumping this. It fills the pitcher. I'm going to lower this down so it goes a lot faster because it's gravity fed. So here we go. We'll see you in a few. All right, folks. We got her filtered out. Here she is in the pitcher. Just a slight green onion smell. I'm telling you, this actually turned out pretty good. I think the key is to use sweet onions. I think they're, more mild than just a regular onion. If I used a regular onion, I don't know how well this would have turned out. But the sweet onions, I think, is the key. Like, I didn't get a chance. I couldn't get Vidalia onions. But if you could get Vidalia onions, I bet that would turn out really good because they're nice and sweet and mild. But just a sweet onion is what I used. Organic sweet onions. And the potato. I think I used a russet. But any potato, just to give that starchiness, because from what I understand, onions and yeast don't really get along too well, so who knows. All right, let's do a specific gravity reading for the final reading. I don't anticipate she changed much, but who knows, she might have. There, she's fun. Woo, had to fill that all the way up to the top. And of course I splashed all over myself. All right. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Oh, I forgot my tasting glass. I always forget my tasting glass. I don't understand why. Because I look forward to trying these things. Okay. So, let's see where she's at. I really don't think she changed too much. So one. She changed just a hair. She was at 1.002 and now she's at a 1.000. So just a hair, not a whole heck of a lot at all. So, let me take this out because it was pretty full. I'm going to pour a little bit for tasting. And let me pour this back in here. She did clear up a little bit. I mean, in the huge picture, it looks cloudy. But when you put it in a glass, it's not too terribly bad. Let's do a final reading, though. Let's see here now. She started out at 1.100, and she is now down at 1.000. So she dropped 100 points. So she's at 13.13% final. Not too shabby, as they say. Well, it's not shabby. All right, so that's her final, 13.13%. I'm not complaining. All right, so clarity-wise, she's still cloudy. I don't know if you can kind of see it. I mean, not too bad, you know, if you can see it. There we go, behind the dark thing. See, she's a little cloudy, but not really too terribly bad. So, yeah, she'll probably settle out still. The more that she's in a bottle, she'll probably settle out. So there'll be a little bit particulates at the bottom. You just kind of pour it very gently so you don't get that in there. And the smell-wise, she's starting to smell still like a green onion, a really light green onion. But she does have that white wine kind of under smell, you know, the smell. Initially, it's, I mean, how do I want to phrase this? Initially, it almost smells like a white wine, and then that green onion kind of kicks in. But it's very, very light green onion. It's not like, you know, when you chop an onion or slice an onion and it kind of gets in your face. This is really light. So let me taste it. She's gotten a little bit more mellow than the last time. So I think with age, this will be mostly like a white wine. There is the green onion aftertaste a little bit. But seriously, I think if you were eating something with this, you wouldn't even notice that lingering onion flavor. Especially if you're eating something that has onions in it. I really would think that you would almost be thinking you're just drinking like a semi-dry wine. It's not a sipping wine for, like I said, sitting by the fire or watching TV or, chit-chatting with friends. It's not one of those kind of wines. It really would suit with eating something dinner-wise. So, be that as it may, I think it's an excellent wine. I really don't think the onion flavor would come through very much if you were eating something. Kind of like steak, or even like lasagna, or something like the red sauce. I think that would kind of hide that onion after flavor a little bit. I think it's excellent. I think if you put it in the refrigerator and chill it some, I think that would even diminish the onion flavor even more, mellow it out some, because cold and room temperature wines do taste completely different. So I may have to put a little bit in the fridge and taste it later on and see. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this bottled now, because my brother wants a bottle. He's coming for my mom and dad's anniversary, 60th anniversary. Can you believe that? I can't. But I'm not 60 though. No. So I'm going to have a bottle ready for him so he can take home. So easy. I think he's excited. I also want to have a little bit for my friends to try when they come visit. She says she's not going to try it, but Bridget, you are going to try this. And tell me what you think. All right, let's get this bottled. So I've got 4 bottles here. I probably won't need all 4, but it doesn't hurt to have extra. And they are kind of different size bottles and all that, so I don't know how much will take, So I'm going to do the clear bottle to kind of show you, and then I'll just move on to the other ones. So let's get to it. I've got my siphoning and I've got my bottling wand all ready. So let me slide this over. Oh, Pup, Pup, you gotta move. Pup, Pup, you gotta move. My Lester's in the way. He likes sitting near me when I'm doing these videos. He loves his mama. I mean, he loves his papa too, but I think he likes his mama better. My husband will disagree with me there, I'm sure. All right, so I've got my siphon. I've got my bottling wand. That's the one that's got the little trigger at the end. Let's get this clear bottle. And I got some sanitizer water still in there. It's not going to hurt if you've got a little bit of sanitizer or foam. It's just all fine. It's a no rinse, so you don't want to rinse the bubbles out if you have bubbles. I don't like the bubbles, but I think it's just me. All right, so this is going to go all the way to the bottom because we don't have any leaves or anything. I don't have to worry about that. This goes all the way into the bottle, and we're going to start pumping, and we're going to fill away. There we go. All right. And we will see you after I'm done bottling. Well, folks, I managed to get all 4 bottles pretty much full. I'm happy. This is really good. So what I'm going to do is label these. Of course, I'm going to do some fancy labels. I love doing fancy labels on my wines, especially if they're being given as gifts. I think people think they're just kind of funny and special. So we're going to pack these away. I'm going to give one to my brother, of course, and then sample them sometime later on and see how they turn out. I think they're going to be pretty good. The older they get, I think this is going to be a good one. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And you guys have a great day. See you on the next one. Bye. don't have any buggies in this one. The past couple of ones I've had one fruit fry. And if it was chilled, it might even make it even more less onion flavor. Does that make sense? Chill it and it would be less onion flavor. Oh my God. I'm such a dork. Let's try this again.